We're back. What's good? How are you guys? We're alive. We're alive. That is absolutely nuts. Um, yeah, I'm gonna talk about it. Shit was crazy, dude. Shit was wild. How are you guys? Yeah, what's good? Caitlin, Kristen, Keith, what's up, bro? Thank you, man. Josh, what's good? Thank you guys for pulling up. Yeah, the shit was absolutely crazy. I'm just gonna record a pod today and talk about it. I might get a little emotional. Shit was definitely a lot to handle yesterday, but I don't know. There's a lot of my clients and my people, my team members, and my family that probably are pretty curious. So I figured, let me just get out and talk about it. It's probably the easiest way to do it. Kabir, what's good? Yo, Shayna, what's up? How are you guys? Yeah, there's really not too much to say, but I'm going to share the story. I'm alive, which is awesome. Fucking crazy, dude. Yeah. All right. So I'm just going to also, my central air is like toast right now, and I live in Florida, so it's a little hot in here. How are you, sir? I'm better today, which is great. I wasn't so good the last couple of days. I was able to take a nice hot shower this morning, get a good meal in, and not be wrapped up to a bunch of machines. So I feel a lot better, which is nice. Thank you, Casey. I appreciate it. All right, I'm just gonna record and I'm just gonna tell you guys what happened and what transpired. And if you guys have any questions or anything, we'll fucking leave it open for a couple minutes. And my podcast software is different now. Apparently they updated it and it looks way different than what I'm used to. So 3, 2, and I don't you notice how my energy is not as excited as it normally is. I feel like I want to get excited to do a podcast, but I don't know. I'm having a hard time doing that. So I'm just gonna chat with you guys. So also there's a count. All right, so it's Riverside. There it is. What is going on, you beautiful humans? Welcome back to another episode of the Shit Your Mind, Change Your Life podcast. It's your boy, Coach Allen. Today, I'm catching you guys up to speed over the last couple days here. It's been a wild roller coaster of emotions and thoughts and conversations. So I'm just going to hop right into this and I'm going to share with you guys what took place. I woke up Wednesday morning and I dead ass, like, I couldn't breathe. It felt like there was an elephant that was sitting on my chest. That's the best way I could describe it. I've never felt anything like that in my entire life where I physically was not able to breathe or really move. I was in so much pain where I was having a hard time getting out of bed, and I was supposed to meet up with my coach at like 10 o'clock for a leg workout, and we were gonna, go through it as we normally did. And I was about to get in the car and I was just like, yo, I don't think I'm good. And Chelsea was like, well, why don't we go to urgent care? Let's get checked out. And of course, like, I was sitting there, I was trying to resist it. I didn't want to go. I was going to go to the gym. I was going to hop in the truck and I was going to go work out, because in my head, I'm like, well, why would I try and miss a session? Like, it can't be that bad. It's not that serious, because you try and downplay it. You try to say, I'm a big, strong guy and I'm tough and I'm this and I'm that, but I literally started my truck and I was about to get into the driver's seat and drive. And I was like, I don't think I could do this, and I was really in a difficult spot because I felt like guilty for skipping. But then I'm also like, yo, I'm in a lot of pain. Like, let's be real about this too. And like, one workout in the grand scheme of things is not going to really make a difference. So she had to drive because I physically was not able to, because I was in so much pain. Every like move that I made was painful. It was like I was saying at the beginning, it felt like there was like an elephant sitting on my chest, but also like the tightness like in my heart area and the pain that it felt like somebody was like stabbing me. And it's still there, right? I didn't die, brother. We're here, which is great. It felt like someone was stabbing me, and it's still kind of there, which is weird. And I'll get to the end of the story here in a second, but we get in the car, we go to the urgent care, and the guy is like, hey, you're showing symptoms of a heart attack. You should probably go to the ER. And I was like, what do you mean symptoms of a heart attack. Well, he's like, well, all the things you're describing right now are signs of a heart attack. And I was like, dude, what do you like? Don't fuck with me. Like I'm 27, like I'm good. Me of all people, right? Is somebody who's like always in the gym. I'm eating good. I've been rock sober for like 7 months. I'm getting my water and I'm getting my sleeps, my steps, right? Like all of these fucking things. And I'm like, how could you possibly sit there and try to tell me that I'm not good and I'm having a heart attack, right? So I didn't want to accept it, but you know what? I'm like, yo, I can't fucking breathe. I can't walk. I can't move. I should probably go get looked at. And now I'm 27, right? So what happens is when you turn 26, you get off your family's health insurance and you got to get your own. I didn't do that. So I'm probably going to get a nice little bill from the hospital, but whatever. We'll figure that out. We'll cross the bridge when we get to it. But anyway, go to the ER. And then within minutes, they sit me down, they start running the test, they hook me up to all the machines and the equipment, they're running the EKG, they're taking my blood, I'm pissing in a cup, this and that. And I was just like, damn, like I really had this whole day planned out to go celebrate Valentine's Day with my girlfriend. I literally had this whole itinerary. I told her afterwards what I was going to do, but I was going to surprise her with this rooftop lunch, at this exclusive place. We were going to drive there. I was going to surprise her. We would go for a walk on the beach after, get the flowers and all that. And I'm like, that's what I was kind of pissed about. I'm like, yeah, of course, like I'm not going to be able to work out today. Okay. But I really wanted to do the stuff I said I was going to do with Valentine's Day because that was really important to me. But quickly, I realized that wasn't going to be the case. I thought in the back of my mind that I'll be out in a couple hours. Like it's not going to be that big a deal, right? Like I'm fine. You guys are overreacting. But what happened was when they took the EKG and the doctor came back in, he was like, hey man, like your results are not normal. And we're actually going to keep you overnight and we're going to have to transfer you into a new room and we're going to have to do a CAT scan and ultrasound, a bunch of other things to make sure that you aren't having a heart attack. So I was sitting there and I was like, what do you mean? I was like, are you trying to sit here and tell me that I'm having a heart attack? Like, I don't know what that feels like. So like then I started to panic and I was freaking out a little bit and I was trying not to, but I was sitting there and the look on his face was so alarming. It was so alarming because like he seemed worried. So then his worry was like projecting into me. And I was like, man, if this guy's freaked out, should I be freaked out? So then when he left the room after telling me that my results weren't good and I had to stay overnight and they were going to transfer me and run all these tests, like my mind was fucking racing all over the place. I'm like, holy shit. Like your mind goes into dark places really fast and you start to just question everything. You're like, well, am I going to be all right? Am I going to live? Am I going to die? Is this it? Like, oh my God. You just start to go into that spiral because that's what we do as humans, right? But I was trying to keep calm because in reality, I was like, okay, instead of lunch, maybe me and Chelsea will just do dinner and I'll have to just make up my leg workout, later this weekend. But that wasn't the case. Then they started doing all the other tests, and it was not a lot of fun, and Chelsea's a fucking trooper, man. I got to give her a lot of credit because she stayed the night and slept on a fucking chair. I tried to get her to sleep in the hospital bed with me, but it wasn't really working because the nurse came in like every 30 minutes to check my vitals. They don't tell you about that when you're staying overnight in the hospital, how frequently they come in the room and check on you. Like the support was amazing. They did an incredible job, but it was also kind of frustrating too because I couldn't sleep. So right now I'm running off very little sleep. I haven't gotten quality meals in the last couple of days. I mean, honestly, the hospital food like wasn't that bad. It was pretty good. I'm not gonna lie. But anyway, to get back on track to the story and the trajectory of what this looked like, I stayed over Wednesday night. They ran a bunch of tests. I was woken up at 5:00 in the morning on Thursday with blood and injecting me, with all this other shit that I had to take medicine wise to make sure that, my heart was pumping properly and that all those things. And I couldn't eat until like 11 a.m. on Thursday, which sucked. Because you guys know, like I'm into bodybuilding, right? And what do bodybuilders do? We eat. So to tell me that I couldn't eat until 11 a.m. was really frustrating. So I go downstairs, I get the CAT scan done. There's two nurses there, Natasha and Brittany. They did an awesome job taking care of me. They ran all the tests. And after doing all that, I'm like, okay, I'm fine. I get lunch in. I'm like, all right, this has got to be it with all the tests. So after they were doing like EKGs like every 30 minutes, my vitals every 20 minutes. I must have taken 4 different blood fucking things, 4 different urine samples. I mean, it was crazy the amount of stuff. But you know what? They ran everything from top to bottom and they made sure I was good. And it turns out that I was good, which was fucking awesome, you know. But the part that I don't understand is that I still don't really have an answer as to what the pain is because I'm still in pain. My chest still hurts. It's not as bad as it was the other day, which is great, which is why I'm here talking to you guys, but it's still there. So it was comforting to know that I didn't have any blood clots, right? I didn't have any heart damage. I didn't have any lung damage or anything like that, which is really reassuring. But at the same time, we don't really know what that is, which is maybe it's stress related. Maybe, it's anxiety. I don't really know. I don't really feel stressed out or anxious. You guys could probably tell that by the tone of my voice. I feel pretty good aside from this. So spoke to my coach, not going to be training the next few days. I'm just going to take some time to be, on the safer side, I guess you could say. I obviously want to train, but I'm not going to. So I'm just going to take the next few days to recover, just do like the bare minimum, I guess you could say. I'm not very good at that. I went for a walk this morning because I hate sitting still. I don't like it. It doesn't feel good. It's not something that I enjoy. Even being in that bed for a couple days, I was getting antsy, man. I was like, get me the fuck out of here. It's like it's this tight room. The windows don't open. You're not getting fresh air. You're not getting a lot of sunlight. You're getting tested every 30 seconds, But after going through all that, speaking to all the nurses and the doctors who, again, just did such an incredible job, I'm okay, which is the beautiful piece of that. I was freaked out for a little bit, like I said earlier. It wasn't the most enjoyable experience. I was emotional for a little bit because you don't know. You go in there with the hopes to get some answers, and you're being told a lot of different things from a lot of different people, and it could be overwhelming pretty fast. But they released me late last night. I was able to sleep in my bed, which is awesome. Woke up this morning, I had a nice hot shower, got some good food in, did a little bit of work, went for a walk. So back to regular programming. I have to follow up with a cardiologist in a week, to see what else is going on there, just to make sure I'm all good. But I spoke to a few friends and say it could be stress related, anxiety, this, and that. I don't really know. I just wanted to come on here and give you guys a little bit of an update because I haven't been present the last few days as much as I normally am. So that's where I'm at. And I'm just hopeful for what's to come, and I really want to say I appreciate all the support from you guys, like, so much. I think it's like almost overwhelming the amount of messages that I got. I mean, you guys are absolutely amazing. I can't say thank you enough. That was fucking awesome. I appreciate the shit of you guys. And I haven't gone back to all you yet, and I will as soon as I can. But yeah, that's pretty much it. So I don't know if you guys had any other questions that you wanted to ask me while I'm here. Thank you, Quinna. I appreciate you. But that was as quick as I could break it down. I was a lab rat for the last few days, which is good. But we're alive, which is the beautiful piece to that, because it was a little scary for a couple hours. So that is all I got for you guys here today. I wanted to update y'all and give you some info. I'm going to take the weekend, reset, recharge a little bit, and then I'm hoping to be back in full swing come next week. So thank you guys for stopping by. I appreciate you. I appreciate all the love. Thank you guys again, and I'll see you guys soon. Much love. Boom. So I'm curious to see how that podcast recording looks now that it's in a different format. So that's good. Thank you guys. I appreciate you. And I'm going to get some more food in. And I got my buddy Danny here, and we're going to hang out for a bit. So thank you guys. Peace.